Hello, it's your boy Davidoff with the last video of 2019. We did most anticipated movies of 2020 as soon as possible. Quick fire round. It was done in 4 minutes. We're doing the same today for my favorite movies of the decade. Now I might miss some out and I might forget some. So if you see yours not there, it either means I haven't seen it or I just forgot to mention it. Or maybe I don't like it. It's one of the three, but it's probably because I haven't seen it. Because there's a few great movies that I haven't seen yet. I mean, I don't know, they're great based on reviews, based on like ratings. There are some movies that are highly regarded that I haven't seen this decade, and I might have forgotten some as well. But anyway, these are the ones I picked out based on Google searches. All right, from 2010, we got Toy Story 3. Every Toy Story is a great movie in its own way. This is arguably the best one, to be honest. A great ending to the trilogy, had emotional ending to it as well, and it was great. We didn't need a fourth, but the fourth was good as well. So, you know, what do I know? But Toy Story 3 was fantastic. Inception, Christopher Nolan, it's one of his best movies, easily, and it's got a great cast as well. Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy. It's stacked with Leonardo DiCaprio as well. It's so stacked with great actors and actresses in there. So yeah, great movie. Kick-Ass was good, really fun, different to normal superhero movies, and I think it worked really well. The Other Guys, a very good buddy cop movie. Mark Wahlberg, Will Ferrell. Haven't seen it? I recommend it. It's not a popular movie, but it is a good buddy cop movie. If you like action comedies, you might enjoy this one. 2011, X-Men First Class. I love some of the X-Men Marvel movies, and First Class is one of the best ones. It's fantastic, and Magneto's story in this movie is brilliant. For me, the best storyline for Magneto in terms of like on screen. Fast 5. Fast and Furious I'm not a big fan of. I mean, I am a fan. The thing is, I think they're bad movies, but I still enjoy them. So they're guilty pleasures. So I guess sort of a fan. But Fast 5 for me was actually good. I think it was a really good movie. Probably the best one actually. This one was fantastic for me. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I love the whole trilogy, and this one I think set up the second one and the third one really well, and I think it was a great start, and the climax to this movie was epic. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. This was fantastic. Most of them are fantastic. There's like one bad movie in this franchise, but that was great. And the Burj Khalifa scene, insane, absolutely insane. 2012, The Dark Knight Rises. Now this for me is the weakest in the trilogy of The Dark Knight, but I love the trilogy. It's the reason I love Batman. He's my favorite fictional character, mainly because of this trilogy. So I still love this trilogy, and what this third movie does, even though it's the weakest, it provides some great iconic scenes, some great action, and most importantly, a great ending. It delivered a great emotional ending that works. That's what it needed to do, and it did that perfectly. So that's why I love this movie. Skyfall. Fantastic 007 movie. It's really good, obviously. I mean, not obviously, it's all about opinion, but still, a lot of people I think would agree that Skyfall is one of the best Bond movies. Maybe you might not agree with that, but it is a really good movie at least. And I think it's Daniel Craig's arguably his best one. It's between that and Casino Royale for me, but Skyfall was fantastic. The Avengers. 2012 was a big year for me for superhero movies, because 2012 was the year that got me into them. So The Dark Knight Rises, I watched the first two movies in the same year. So I got into DC through that, and I got into Marvel through the Avengers movie. Loved the movie, it was fantastic. It still holds up to this day, I reckon. 21 Jump Street. Need I say more? Did I mention 22 at one point? When did 22 come out? It's not on my list. It's not on my list, but 22 Jump Street as well from another year. Wait, actually, when did this come out? Let me just be quick. Sorry, there's a tripod in front of me and I keep hitting it. Hang on. So much for quickfire. So much for quickfire, mates. 22 Jump Street was 2014. Oh, I got it on my list. Okay, that's what a waste of time. 21 Jump Street, really funny, great movie. I recommend it if you haven't seen it. 2013, 13 Years a Slave. A very serious movie, obviously, regarding what happened, but it's very powerful and touching and had a great storyline, fantastic acting performances, and yeah, it's a great movie. I highly recommend it. Couldn't do it in one take. Disappointing. Man of Steel. I love it. I used to not like it, but BVS made me like Superman a lot more, so went back to watch it, because the reason I didn't like it at first was because I didn't like the darker portrayal of Superman. But I think when I watched it for what it was afterwards, I loved it a lot more, and now I have the opinion that it's a great movie. So like, my opinion changed. I used to not like it because of the way he was portrayed. Then he grew on me, went back to watch it, loved it a lot more. So opinions can change over time, that's for sure. The Wolf of Wall Street, fantastic movie. Need I say more really? If you've seen it, you know why it's great. We're the Millers, fantastic comedy, highly recommended. Lone Survivor, based on a true story, it's a war movie. It's really good, like really good. It's gripping, it's thrilling, and a fantastic movie. 2014 has the most on this list, I'm pretty sure. Guardians of the Galaxy, fantastic superhero movie, great addition to the MCU. Days of Future Past, probably the best X-Men team-up movie we've seen. It's really damn good. It's fantastic. The Winter Soldier, one of the best MCU movies. 2014 was solid for comic book stuff. Interstellar as well, not comic book, but Interstellar. Fantastic movie. For me, it's the best space movie. It's the most gripping one. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I love this movie. Favorite in the trilogy. It's so damn good. 2014 was a great year for movies. Jeez. 22 Jump Street. Really funny. Really good. The Equalizer, Denzel Washington. This was a good action movie. The Equalizer is brutal, but if you haven't seen it, I do recommend it. It's quite good. Kingsman, the first one. Loved it. Think it was fantastic. Second one not as good, but I still enjoyed that one, to be fair. Think it's underrated, but the first one I think was brilliant. Divergent. This series kind of went downhill, but the first movie, Divergent, was fantastic. There's like 2 or 3 more I think, but it goes downhill from there. But the first one was a really good movie. John Wick, fantastic action movie. It's brilliant. Godzilla 2014. This got me into Godzilla in the first place, so I'm grateful for it. But I just loved the Godzilla in this movie. It did need more Godzilla, but still, it was still a great movie to me. And it means a lot, because without that movie, I would not have been into Godzilla. Now, I'm a big fan now. I've seen all the movies now, all the Toho ones. So it did a lot for me. 2015, Star Wars The Force Awakens. I think this is underrated. I think it's a great movie, honestly. The sequels, not so much, but The Force Awakens for me was really damn good. Unfortunately, they ruined the characters though after that. But still, Force Awakens on its own was cool, in my opinion. Creed, fantastic boxing movie. Southpaw as well. Another fantastic boxing movie. Came around the same time as Creed. It was a really good movie as well. So both movies are great. Creed I think was better. I guess I'm a bit biased though because I love Rocky. So Creed being part of the universe kind of helped. But Southpaw was great as well. Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation. This movie is fantastic. Absolutely loved it. The second best one. 2016, Deadpool. Brilliant. Doctor Strange, liked it. Civil War, liked it. BVS, underrated, liked it. The Jungle Book, this was a good remake. Disney makes too many remakes, but this one, they nailed it on. This one was perfect, perfectly done. Finding Dory, surprisingly very emotional. In some ways better than Finding Nemo. Not a better movie, but like emotionally it's a better movie in some ways. I haven't mentioned Creed 2. I don't know what year it came out, but that's not on my list. That's one of the best boxing movies. I think that's 2018. So, note that down. No, you don't have to. 2017, Logan. One of the best standalone comic book movies. For me, it's probably the best Marvel one, actually. It's not made by Marvel, but Marvel characters. Logan was a brilliant movie. It's great. And it was gripping. It was emotional. And it was just fantastic in general. Dunkirk. Great war movie, really enjoyed it. Wonder Woman, fantastic, fantastic from DC. One of their best solo movies in recent years. Thor Ragnarok gets criticized for being too funny, having too many jokes, but in my opinion, the story was still good. The movie still worked for me. Baby Driver, this was a really fun movie to watch. John Wick 2, fantastic action movie. Spider-Man Homecoming, I liked it. War for the Planet of the Apes, fantastic ending to the trilogy in my opinion. I think it was really good. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. This is a big surprise. Biggest surprise on this list because I didn't think it would be that good. But it actually was really fun. and really good. 2018, Avengers Infinity War. Yes, bloody love that movie. Bloody love it. One of my favourite superhero movies ever. Aside from Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, it might be up there in third place. I think in terms of like best, my top 5 would be The Dark Knight first, probably Logan second, then I guess Batman Begins, then Spider-Verse, and Infinity War. That's my top 5. There we go. That's my top 5 superhero movies. Infinity War for me isn't that good. Black Panther, good movie, enjoyed it. Aquaman, very good visuals, good movie as well, good story, enjoyed it. Spider-Verse, one of the best superhero movies, and for me it's top 5 already. Incredibles 2, good sequel in my opinion. Not the best it could be, but still I think it was worth the wait. Mission Impossible Fallout, what a movie. What a movie. Bumblebee, this had good heart in it, and I appreciate this movie. Transformers was going downhill as a franchise, and this in a way kind of revived it, but apparently they're going back to the original, so I don't know what's going on there. But Creed 2 as well, I forgot to mention that. I think it's either 2018 or 2019. I think it's 2018. One of the two anyway. But yeah, Mission Impossible Fallout, should talk about it a bit more, but for me that's the best one in the franchise. It's absolutely fantastic. And finally, 2019, Avengers Endgame, fantastic ending to the Infinity Saga. I've been there for almost the whole ride, so it was emotional, made me cry a little bit, so that was the first time ever actually at the Tony moment. So the second time I watched it as well. The first time I didn't cry, second time I knew it was coming and I still flipping had a tear down my eye. First time ever for me. Godzilla King of the Monsters, loved the movie. As a Godzilla fan, I think it delivered. It still needed more monster action, to be fair. It cut away too much, but visuals are nice. It looked good. It was good. Story wasn't as great. The human side of it wasn't too good, but still it was a really good movie, and I like how they mixed in classic Toho theme song and Raws as well, and it looked absolutely brilliant and truly breathtaking. Joker, need I say more? This was amazing. It deserves Oscar nominations, this movie. It deserves at least one. Joaquin at least deserves a nomination. I mean, come on. Shazam, good movie from DC. It worked really well. For what it was perfect. I mean, nothing's perfect, but for its concept, they did a really good job, and I appreciate it. Shazam 2 apparently has been announced. Ford v Ferrari, really damn good. Not even a big car person, not a huge racing person. Flippin' love the movie. Like, I highly recommend this. You don't need to be a car person, racing person, but Ford v Ferrari is a damn good movie. This one also deserves Oscar nominations in my opinion. John Wick 3, the best action movie of the year. This was fantastic. One of the best of the decade. Knives Out, I liked it. Good murder mystery, and I put this in this list as well because I really enjoyed it. Daniel Craig was the best part for sure, but the characters were great in general. Great cast. El Camino, good ending to Breaking Bad, my favorite ever TV show, so I had to add this on because this was a good movie that added on to the show without needing to, but still it had a good ending for Jesse. And also Toy Story 4. This was great. Didn't think it would be great, but it was. So there we go. That took like 13 minutes. So can I call it quickfire? No, but it's a good thing I did quickfire because otherwise this could have been like half an hour. So be grateful. I'm kidding. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and see ya.